Now we're back here. There's only one.
The camp is closed, Rat. Get away from the gate.
But I have to come in. It's urgent. What happened?
There's no understanding you worms. Always wanting to get out of here. Once you're outside, you're dying to get back in. One of our soldiers was killed, and the camp will remain closed until the matter is cleared up. So take a hike.
There was an attack?
Yes. Someone hit one of the sentries in the watchtowers with a rock and made him fall out. He was killed instantly. Luckily, it seems there was a witness who saw the perpetrators launch the projectile, and they have been detained. But we never trust the testimony of a rat, so we're waiting for the criminals to confess, or for the murder weapon to turn up.
I don't think it's going to take very long to get the truth out of these kids. Or to find the weapon they used to commit the crime.
Good God. What have I done? I knew I shouldn't have gotten them mixed up in this. But they're just a couple of scared kids. Don't you see that? What are you planning on doing with them?
Killing an official is punishable by death, and martial law is quite clear in this respect. They acted as adults, and they will pay for their actions as adults. As soon as they confess, or we find the weapon they used to commit the crime, we'll take care of matters. Do you have a problem with the law being enforced?
You're nothing but a gang of warped psychopathic pigs.
One more word and I'll blow your head off right now, bastard. I couldn't care less what privileges that bracelet might give you. Get out of my sight.
Those pigs are gonna kill the boys, and it'll be my fault. I'll be responsible for their deaths. I can't let that happen. I have to do something, and fast. But what?
Well, this got into a mess quick. Okay, so maybe there's someone in town who's dying and in a bad state and would sacrifice themselves if I gave them the murder weapon and they could confess to the crime. Chris, the man in my vision, said there's still a chance for salvation. Could that be true? I have to get the most children out of this mess I got them into. I don't intend to let those kids die on my account. So I can't get in now?
I'm not going to be able to get through the barrier. The army will keep the camp entrance closed until they find whoever killed the watchtower sentry.
So...
Damn it. If I don't prevent it, those bastards in uniform are going to execute the boys. For God's sake, I have to think of some way to save them. And I have to do it now.
Stop distracting me, I'm trying to look at my interface. Alright, let's go into our Sherlock memory palace. What do we know? We know that Blake's missing. We know that the kids killed somebody with a slingshot. We know there's an old man that's sort of huddled around waiting to die. There's a bum. There's a few people around. They specifically told me that Blake was gone right before I got here. Like, the sister was there on purpose. So I need to look for Blake, probably. And I have a slingshot, so if I could... What's up with Blake? He would be here, right? Oh, that's a body. That's a body. Okay. If he's dead, I can give him the slingshot.
Jesus! It's the corpse of Reverend Blake! His neck is broken. In his delirium, he must not have seen the rope I left tied around the tree. It must have fallen from the top when he was trying to get down here. But what the hell was he looking for here?
So in order to stop myself from getting 2 kids killed, I can frame another guy who I also got killed, kind of, in a more unpredictable way. Yay. I wonder if he was dissolved, because he seemed to be having visions.
Let's see what's in here.
What was that?
A damp, moldy business card. It's almost illegible, but it looks like it's from a place called Beechwood Oracle. Most of the text is too worn off to read. All you can make out of it is an address. 24 Mammoth's Wood Street.
That's a big deal. That's the place that was in the first vision that we saw. So can I give it to you?
Good idea. I could use Reverend Blake as a scapegoat to protect those children. On the other hand, him being one of the most famous and respected men in the city, I doubt anyone would believe my story if I accused him of attacking the sentry in the tower. Time is running out for those poor kids, and if I don't stop it, I'll have their death on my conscience. Come on, Michael. You have to do something. You have to do something.
Oh my god. So the problem is that he's respected, so people don't want him to be the person, and they just gave me acid. I'm supposed to make it not Reverend Blake.
This is gonna be hard. Very hard. But those children are innocents in all this. And those ruthless savages are about to kill them in cold blood. I have no other choice. God damn it! I had the visions again! Not now. I have to do this. I've got to do this. My head!
You've got to stop this, Michael. I can't stand it anymore. This has to end.
I can't help it. It's that demon. You know I can't help it.
Please, Michael. Please. Make it stop.
Yes. That tiny, cowardly demon. I remember that brutal sensation of acid running through your veins, corroding, little by little, anything good and decent you might have left inside you, turning it into pain, rot, and emptiness.
Partially disfigured. I'm probably not done yet then, am I?
I've disfigured his face, but not enough. He's still identifiable.
Holy shit, this game's getting dark really fast. They're talking about acid going through my veins. Was he a heroin addict or something? I thought it was alcohol, but that seems like it wouldn't quite have the same outcome. All the acid's gone? Oh, do I have to use the sign? Or maybe the glass?
I'm afraid I can't do that.
I'm just thinking of something to beat his face in with, basically, because that's apparently the territory we're going in now.
I remember it. I remember. I can smell it, feel it, touch it. No, please, don't do it. No! That cowardly demon, that dark and intimate specter that only you know, that gains strength in this new world. Digging its claws into your soul like a jagged piece of glass. Whispering in your ear that what you're doing is right. Because nobody has the authority to tell you otherwise. Good God, what have I done? What have I done? Why are you showing me this? Please, answer me. Who was I before the catastrophe? Before the world collapsed? Do I really want to know? God, I'm afraid. I'm afraid of myself.
Sounds like we used to be a murderer. When it seemed to go beyond any amount of alcohol and heroin or anything, and seemed to just straight up be like we were somebody that would murder people. And now my shirt's covered in blood. I feel like that's going to damage my story a bit. That seems like a bad call a bit. Oh wow, a lot of stuff refilling my inventory, huh? I wonder if that was a mechanic to narrow down how many things you tried on Reverend Blake so that you wouldn't spend an eternity there, because they remove a bunch of the items. So I'm freaking out about what happened there. Good God, those shots, and the voice that woke me up, weeping and imploring me. Let's see, all we can really do is see if I can convince them now, right? Do I just go have a nice chat?
You have to let those boys go. They're innocent. You've got the wrong people.
What are you insinuating, rat? You better have a good reason for saying something like that, or we'll splatter your brains all over the wall of shame, and then use the kids for target practice.
I know who the guilty party is. I know who committed the crime. And I know where he is.
Hey, we've got to hear this. Start talking, rat.
Okay. Here goes. I hope those pigs take the bait, because if they find out the truth, I'm a dead man. The murderer was a deranged man I met in the city a few hours ago. He told me he was desperate, tired of the humiliation and violence he had to face every day. He was determined to do something crazy. I didn't believe him at the time, but now I see that he wasn't kidding. After the attack, he committed suicide by jumping into the cesspit next to the camp road. You'll find him there. His face is unrecognizable from hitting the rocks and scraping against the rubble. But I'm sure you'll find the murder weapon next to his body.
We'll check out your story and see if it holds up.
We're approaching what looks like a body. It looks like that worm was right. Over.
What a mess. What the hell happened to his face?
Meh, who cares? found the guilty party with the murder weapon. Let those kids go. And unlock the camp gate. Over.
You can come in now, Rat.
Not gonna live down the part where we basically almost got children killed, though, huh? Because we armed them with weapons. That seems so specifically crafted of a puzzle that it doesn't really seem likely. It seems unlikely that was anything other than the intended path. I don't know, we'll see. There's also blood here now? That's not a good sign.
A pool of blood mixed with mud marks the spot where that man, the mole, was shot.
Oh,
it gives me the chills. They may be able to kill with impunity, but it's still the scene of a crime.
Was that already there? Whoops. I thought that there was new damage to the family, but I guess not. Alright, well I got what you needed. At least one thing worked out, right?
I brought the morphine for your husband, just as I promised. This woman in this house gave me the chills. Let's get this over with as soon as possible.
So you've come for your money. Is that it, you rat?
You offered it to me. I didn't ask for anything in return.
No, you're right. Yeah, I guess you've earned it. That's what we agreed. I'm an honest woman. I think you have a very wrong impression of me. Take your money, Michael.
All right. Thank you and good luck. I'm sure we'll be seeing each other around the camp.
Wait! Michael! Is it money that you want? I have more money. I still have some savings. Those camp rats didn't manage to take it all. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I don't understand.
My husband is about to die. Without him, we'll be nobodies. Me and the kids. The soldiers don't even show us any respect anymore. A while ago, they broke in here to take them away with no explanation. And it didn't matter to them in the least whose children they were. But if you stay here, all that could change. I still have some contacts. I could arrange for you to become the new Camp Mole. You're not like the rest of those rats out there, Michael. You're one of us. We'd be important again. We'd keep our privileges. Or do you want to be just another beggar in this sewer? I can't lower myself to that. I'd do anything. Stay here with us, Michael.
No. I don't doubt for a second that this woman would be capable of anything, like a cornered scorpion. I don't think that would be a good idea. It would be better for me to leave. Take good care of those boys. They're good kids.
Yeah, get out of here, you disgusting rat. You're all alike. In this camp, all you rats are alike. I don't need you. I don't need any of you. You're just waiting to see us fall. But I won't give you the satisfaction, you disgusting rats. I'll do what I have to do. But you won't see me crawling around in the trash like you.
A cornered scorpion, surrounded by flames that are closing in. I think it would be best not to speak to this woman ever again. She could be dangerous.
Wow, okay, I am now leaving. Goodbye. Not very nice. That was a hell of a whiplash between wanting to marry me and very much not trying to do that. Alright, time to use money.
I brought money. Let me see Rose.
Hey, this is a lot of dough, pal.
So, is it enough?
More than enough. This'll get you into Rose's van for the rest of the night. All you can eat. Have a good time with our Minnie Mouse, but be careful with the merchandise. You know how it works. You break it, you buy it.
Yeah, I get it.
So the gimmick there is that I can revisit her over and over again, probably for the rest of this chunk of the game, in case there's more like clues I need or something like that. That's why I need all the money. Still can't help but think that maybe it would have been useful to have more money left over. Spending all of it seemed like a bit of a rough call.
Hello, Mr. Sleepyhead. You came back.
Hello, Rose.
Are you here to save me? Have you brought me my baby? They won't let me leave here to look for him. He's all I have left in the world. I don't have anyone else. Will you help me? That's why you came back, isn't it? Or did you come back for the other thing? Do you want me to take off my clothes and lie down on the mattress?
You said you don't have anyone. Where is your family?
I don't know, Mr. Sleepyhead. The last time I saw them, was when that great wave came. They said they were leaving, but that they'd come back to find me, and then they left me alone with my baby. They told me they'd only come back if I took good care of him, if I held him and rocked him to sleep, like in the picture on the wall. Did you see my baby and me in the picture, Mr. Sleepyhead? But someone took him while I was asleep. You see, I had this dream while those soldiers were hurting me. Do you like to dream, Mr. Sleepyhead?
It depends on the dream, Rose.
I dream about my baby a lot, sleeping in his little cradle, and I also dream about my room in the house I used to live in before the Great Wave. The sun came in through the window every morning and lit up everything. Sometimes it looked like the walls were going to catch fire. This room is darker. I don't like the dark. That's when they come and hurt me. And sometimes they lock me here in the dark to punish me if I don't do what they say. Have you brought me my baby, Mr. Sleepyhead?
That poor girl is more disturbed than I thought. It looks like her mind hasn't been able to deal with all the pain of these last few months. Someone needs to get her out of here. No, Rose. I'm sorry. I haven't brought you your baby.
So she broke pretty hard then. It's hard to say whether it was the wave that took out society, or the part where her baby disappeared, or the part where she's been sold to sexual slavery, but one of those three things, or all of them combined, has just shattered her mind at this point. And now she's just completely out of it. By the way, look, I noticed this at the very beginning of the cutscene. So when I click the next option, look at this guy's shirt. I think the blood patterns are actually a static image, and I was noticing that when he moved his arm, the blood spatters didn't move with it. Instead, a different part of the background image that is his blood spatter showed. I could be wrong, it was only for a moment, but we'll see if it happens again.
No, I don't want you to lie down. Tell me, Rose, why can't you leave here?
It's because of them. They don't let me go any farther than that empty lot over there. They say I have to be ready in case a client comes. They only let me go see Rod and Colin in their trailer every once in a while.
And why don't you run away?
Those men are too scary, Mr. Sleepyhead. They yell at me and hit me if I don't do what they say. Sometimes they lock me in here in the dark for hours. And I'm afraid the soldiers will come back. They say they'll call them, and if I don't behave, they'll hurt me again. I'm so afraid of the dark. Aren't you? Colin is afraid of the dark too. Before he got sick, he told me, and now they won't let me see him anymore. I like the light better. Do you like the lights in my room, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Yes, they're very pretty, Rose.
It's like it's Christmas every day, isn't it? But the one who scares me most is the hunter. He's always ordering everyone around with a voice like an angry lion. He even gives orders to those men outside. He's like a horrible big dog about to bite you. I get the shivers every time he comes to visit me. But I like your voice very much, Mr. Sleepyhead. You sound like a knight in a fairy tale. And I'm your princess.
I'd like to talk to you, Rose. You told me you had a secret to tell me. I need to hear it.
Yes, Mr. Sleepyhead. I know a secret about you. It's something very important, but I'm not going to tell you.
Why not?
Because you haven't brought me my baby. I asked you to help me and you haven't done it. I want to hold my baby again and rock him to sleep. Aren't we friends anymore, Mr. Sleepyhead?
Yes, of course we're still friends. But Rose, please. I need to know what it is. What is the secret?
Okay, I'll give you a clue. It's a riddle. I have something of yours from before the Great Wave. It's the key for you to lock and unlock your chest of dreams, you sleepy bear. But I won't give it to you unless I can hold my baby again.
The key to my chest of dreams? I don't know what the devil she's talking about, but if it's something from before the Great Wave, no doubt it could help me recover my past. Rose, I don't have time for games. Give me whatever you have, please.
No. You have to help me first. Please bring me my baby. I want to rock him to sleep again, like in the picture on the wall. Have you seen the picture of my baby and me? It was taken before the Great Wave. I have no one else. I need my baby. Bring him to me. Bring him to me! Bring him to me!
Hey, pal, you can have a good time with our Minnie Mouse, but don't mess up the merchandise. Don't make us come in there.
You know how it works. You break it, you buy it.
All right, Rose, all right. Calm down. Goodbye, Rose. I should be going now.
No, don't go. Please. Will you help me, Mr. Sleepyhead? Will you bring me my baby? And will you bring me a cradle like this one in the picture? Be my knight in shining armor. Bring me what I ask and I'll give you the answer. The key to unlock your chest of dreams.
I'll try, Rose. I promise.
What else is in here? There's a dirty, wrinkled page. Is that actually her, or is that like... It's got text on it. Is that not that might not be her. That might just be an article advertisement. It doesn't look like her necessarily. Can I inspect it?
It's a page torn out of a very old magazine. In her delirium, poor Rose thinks it's a photograph of her and her baby taken before the Great Wave.
Well, that makes it less ambiguous. So she genuinely thinks that she thinks it's her baby, and it's just like some sort of like old like 50s magazine or something.
It's the pile of rags Rose is saving for her baby. When winter comes, my baby will get cold. That's what she said. It would break Rose's heart to see me stealing her baby's clothes. I'm not going to do that to her.
She's gonna smother her fictional baby inside that pile of clothes. That's dangerous.
I doubt this belongs to Rose. I suppose that after installing the lights on the ceiling, those poker addicts left this old toolbox here.
Well, that'll come in handy. These things are just left out here. The wire with burnt out lights might function as a secondary it could be a secondary rope item, but it's probably not strong enough. I'm not sure, but it's got a wire on it. Even if the lights themselves are burned out, it might conduct a charge.
A string of lights with every single one of its bulbs smashed. I'd say this is a present by the ghost of Christmas yet to come. A hand drill, perfect for making holes in hard surfaces. In a world without electricity, this is the only way to do it.
I wonder if you made a hole in something, could you stick the crowbar in there and make unpriable things priable?
There's makeup scattered at the foot of this mirror. I suppose those savages out there force Rose to put on makeup to make herself look older than she really is. This is the poor girl's place of business. It was probably dragged here from one of those heaps of trash out there.
I'm surprised she even gets to have sheets. Is there anything else here? I think that's every little detail, really, yeah.
A string of Christmas lights is the only source of light in this room. The reflections of the colors make this place seem even gloomier and more sordid.
It's the only source of power we have around here. Alright, you monsters. See you guys later. Maybe they'll get a comeuppance?
Leaving us so soon?
Hey, you're quick, pal.
So, how'd our little mouse do?
I probably shouldn't discuss stuff with them. I feel like they would just end up punishing her if she was talking about stuff, like how she's abused. This one might be safe.
So this business is really just another one of the hunter's rackets?
Hey, careful what you say. We're independent businessmen.
The hunter just lets us operate in his territory. He gives us protection and sends us clients. In exchange for a percentage, of course.
Fair's fair.
Yeah, fair's fair.
Of course. No doubt. I just hope that someday those bastards find themselves face to face with some of that fairness they talk about, wherever it might come from.
Yeah, I feel like I shouldn't talk about... The other two things are about Rose talking, and I feel like I shouldn't bring those up.
I don't have anything else to discuss with you two.
Okay, come back anytime you like. You paid for her. The door to the van is open to you all night long.
But I may want to bring this up with Hunter at some point and see if I can get anything changed. That's not a good sign that he's out here.
Michael, thank God you've come back. Colin is worse. His trances are getting longer and deeper. My wife and I are afraid the end is near. Please tell me that you've brought the medicine to cure his disease.
This is going to be very hard. But this man deserves to know the truth. I owe him that. I'm sorry, Rod. You have to see this. It's an army report. It says that the cure we were talking about doesn't exist. That it never existed.
No, but there has to be a cure. There has to be hope for us. The vultures are starting to gather around our trailer, waiting for the end so they can take my son's belongings. Colin himself can see them from the window of his room.
Calm down, Rod.
Don't tell me to calm down. You've brought ruin to this house. You've come to sentence Colin to death. But that drug exists. It has to exist.
Listen to me, Rod. I've done everything in my power to find the drug, but there is no such thing. Try to understand. There's no cure for the dissolved.
The dissolved? I warned you, Michael. I warned you not to use that word in this house. Get out of here. Get out of our lives forever.
Wait, Rod. I'm sorry, but you promised to help me. You promised to help me get my identity back.
Help you? You've ruined our lives. You've condemned our little boy to death. Get out of here. Get out of here at once.
Michael, I have to talk to you. I have a message. I have a message from her.
My God, it's Colin. A message from her?
Michael, please. She told me to talk to you.
Where do you think you're going? Don't you dare go into that room. You're not welcome in this house anymore.
But the boy, he called out to me by name.
Colin's delirious. He doesn't even know who you are. Get away from my family immediately.
Michael, I have a message from her. It's very important.
Damn you. Don't go near that door. Get out of this house. Listen, Michael. We have a gun in that room with 2 bullets in it. Don't make me waste one of them on you.
It's all right, Rod. Calm down. I'm leaving.
And as for you, vultures, drawn by the scent of death, I won't let you take anything. You hear me? Not a single thing. When this is over, when he's gone, I'll make sure there's nothing left for you. You won't get anything! You won't get anything.
Is he just giving up and trying to burn everything? How'd the fire get out of the... I guess maybe this drum doesn't have a head. The top and bottom are probably both hollow, and so they just moved it, and that's what the fire looked like underneath.
Amidst these flames, Colin's belongings are ceasing to exist. His clothes, his books, his toys, they're going up in smoke, just like poor Rod's sanity. It seems that the new world has gotten the better of him.
So he's completely lost it, and now he's burning all of his things. Is Colin even dead yet? Could I put out the fire?
In the flames, all the hopes and dreams of Rod and his family are going up in smoke. I'm not going to add any more fuel to this fire. Even if there was something inside there that could interest me. Jeez, that bonfire is too hot to touch.
I noticed there was a baby in it. We gotta notice these cutscenes. How do I put out a fire? I thought maybe the black bag could smother it. But everything else here doesn't seem like it'd be good for taking out a fire. Probably have to get water or something. But how freaking fire resistant is the thing in that gonna be if I can leave it and come back?
Colin called out to me by name. He said he had a message from her. I have to go in there and talk to the boy before it's too late. But how?